So on the opposite side of a SPAC is a company that actually does something, right? They actually, the Pulte Homes builds homes. They're one of the biggest builders, and I've been doing some investments on there. So I wanted to share with you guys an investment I did on Pulte Homes. And then I also wanted to talk about what we could do moving forward with Pulte Homes. So here's the chart on Pulte Homes. As you can see, Pulte Homes is one of those companies that I like to invest in because it's boring. It just kind of goes sideways. It gives out a very large dividend. So people invest in Pulte Homes, not necessarily because they want the stock price to go up, because they are just collecting their quarterly income. What I do is I go ahead and I sell my premium against it. So let me go ahead and share this little slide set to you. There we go. So on the afternoon of October 28th. So if we take a look back, October 28th was right around here, November 5th, October 21st, something like this. Boop, boop, boop. Right around here, October 28th, this day. On October 28th, I bought to open some contracts. Now you're going to notice that I didn't use any hedging here. This was a quicker trade for me. I bought to open these back month options. I call them kind of stock substitutes. They're cheaper, right? And they act just like the stock. Pulte Homes, January 2023, $30 calls. I only paid $19.30. And that's because I wanted to get it at a discount, because Pulte Homes was trading up there around $50. I also put my stop loss order in. I always put a stop loss order triggered on the underlying symbol so I can make sure I reduce my risk, right? All right. And then what did I do after I bought those things? As usual, I waited. I waited patiently. All right. Now let's fast forward to November 10th. So coming back to the chart, Pulte Homes, it was right about here, October 28th, that we did some buying. And so I waited till about November 10th. That was a couple days later. It was up here. November 9th, it was on this little day right here. After finding what I thought was a top, no problem. I sold some premium. I sold some Pulte Homes November, so expiring November 19th, a couple days ago, about a month ago, actually, $51 calls, and I got $1. So that created for me an instant dividend, basically. I didn't have to wait for their quarterly dividend. I got my own. It gave me a discount on that back month option. It also created a profit buffer because now my cost basis has been reduced. So I sold this premium and I got all the benefits from it. And then I waited. Now, fast forward 9 days to when that option expired. I actually got exercise because Pulte Homes, as we saw on the chart, kept going higher. I thought it was done, and it actually kept going higher. And then so when it went higher, at the expiration date, it turns out the person who bought my stock or bought my option from me, they said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and ask for you to give me that Pulte Home stock, and I'm going to pay you $51 a share. And I was like, uh-oh, I didn't have the Pulte Home stock, but I had those Pulte Homes January 2023 $30 calls, which means I did some exercising. I went over to the person who sold me those calls and said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and exercise you at this moment. I'm going to get some Pulte Home stock, and I'm going to pay you $30 for it. So they gave me the stock. I passed the stock on to the other person, and I kept the difference between the $51 and the $30. So I got to keep $21 a share. So basically, I got cashed out on November 19th. By the way, it sounds like that's complicated, but that happened all behind the scenes. My broker did all that for me on November 19th. I didn't actually do anything. My broker saw that I got exercised, and they looked in and they exercised my calls. It all happened, what I say, auto-magically, right? And so I didn't have to do any action, but I got that $21. And then on that weekend, I realized, hey, I got cashed out and I wound up making 13.8% in just a few days. So when all was said and done, I made 2 trades. One was on October 28th. The other one was on November 10th. And on November 19th, the third Friday of November, I walked away with a payday of 13.8% ROIC. It doesn't get any easier than that. So I'm going to share with you some ideas. Of course, I want to throw this disclaimer up on the screen telling you that I'm just giving you education. I'm not trying to give you any advice, and I really want you to do your own due diligence. Read this disclaimer thoroughly.